I'll react in a certain way, and then maybe afterwards I think, actually, I've done that because I've seen Jose do it, I've seen Louis do it, I've seen Sir Alex do it. Expression for me, it's so important, I think, to go and enjoy yourself. You know, I say to the boys, as a kid, you dream about playing football in front of how many thousand fans every week, you know. Make the most of it.
Michael, thank you for doing this. What a magnificent start you have. 10 games. You started taking them over at the 21st place, now at the 5th. How have you finding your first managerial appointment?
Yeah, Jim, I'm really enjoying it. I think you know the place as well as me now, and it's a terrific club, great people. The biggest thing for me coming into a club with terrific staff, terrific support, terrific backroom, and a great energy here. That everyone's in it together. It's so important, and it looks fantastic. And we're obviously, you know, going in a good direction at the moment, but we're not getting carried away just yet. There's plenty of work to do, you know.
You know the area. You know the people. You're from this area. What do they expect?
I think they expect a team that gives everything, works hard, doesn't take things lightly, doesn't look too comfortable. You know, pushing yourself, playing on the edge, playing with a bit of excitement and a bit of emotion, a bit of passion, and yeah, of course, within that, there's things in the game that they want to see exciting football. But I think football in the North East for all three clubs, the three of the biggest clubs at the moment, is in a real positive way. Different levels, but for us, you know, we're in a good moment. Sunderland are in a good moment, and Newcastle for sure in a good moment. So the North East at the moment, football-wise, is a good place to be. Yeah.
Yeah. But what does that mean for Michael Carrick? How does he see his football? What is important for him, and how can you combine that with what the fans want and how you see football?
I like having the ball. So that's me naturally to do that, and I do like my teams, and I do see the game as trying to have possession, not just for possession's sake. I'm not really too fussed about the stats. It's as such, it's just feeling in control of the game and then expressing yourself. Go and have fun. You've got to express yourself. You know, you've had plenty of times you've enjoyed scoring goals. You know, that's the game. People want to come to enjoy it and support and see players playing with a bit of freedom as well, and not stifling players, but at the same point giving them that foundation where they can go and enjoy the ball and do what they're good at.
Talking about getting the best out of your players, about one individual, Choba. He's had, before you came, 12 goals in 105 appearances, and now he's got 9 goals in 10 with you. What have you done?
That's not what I've done. I mean, yeah, as a coach and you know, leading the team and picking a team to talking them through tactics, for me, it's just trying to put with my eyes how I see players in certain positions, what they're good at, trying to play to the strengths, like I've just touched on. And
you've played them more in a 10.
Yeah, a little bit deeper. Yeah, playing off the 9, so he's got that little bit more freedom. He's not up against centre half so much. He's a little bit. He arrives late into the box. He's had a lot of success with coming on late into the box and attacking the back post, especially. And it's just instinct, you know. So you see things, and you know yourself. You see things in certain places. You think, oh, he might suit that. We'll try that. And sometimes it works. Sometimes it maybe doesn't. But for Tube, certainly at the moment, he's playing great football, getting some headlines, scoring goals, but for me it's more important what he's bringing to the group and to the team.
What I've noticed is the team before you came was majority playing a 3-5-2 or a 5-2. You've changed it to a 4. What was your idea behind that?
Personally, I prefer a back 4. Looked at the players and I just thought the way we wanted to play it kind of suited us. I'm not fixed on formation so much. I think football now is very fluid. You see teams pressing in different shapes, different ways, man for man sometimes, and almost the shape of the team gets, if you're looking at it as a coach's kind of point of view, and you think, you know, where's their pressing triggers, what's the shape? Sometimes games now can look very different to what you see on the team lineups. And so formations, for me, it's more about principles and like you talked about before, about possession of the ball, but how do we get possession of the ball and your connections through the team. And going back to your question about the changing formation, just more of putting players in the positions where I thought suited them, and we could get the best out of each other. That may change at some point. We might tweak things a little bit. That's no problem. I'm not so stubborn that we're stuck in my ways. It's just always trying to evolve and look to improve.
If you can pinpoint one thing, what is the Michael Carrick way?
Very difficult one. It's difficult. Play with expression for me, personality, confidence, not arrogance so much, but that confidence where you've got to believe you're the best player. You've got to believe that I want to take the ball. I want to be the difference. I want to show what I can do within the framework, of course. You can't have a team full of mavericks, you know. You've got to play to some idea. And, but expression for me, it's so important, I think, to go and enjoy yourself. You know, I say to the boys, as a kid, you dream about playing football in front of how many thousand fans every week, you know. Make the most of it, do what you're good at, and go and enjoy yourself, but enjoy yourself by doing the right things for the team and working hard. But it all comes back down to expression and personality, really, for me.
You've played under some big name managers. They're all different, you know. You've played on the Mourinho, on the Sir Alex, on the Van Gaal that I know really well. He called you the training player. How did that help you as a coach now?
In situations I've found it's not always in the moment where you think, oh yeah, I need to do this because this coach did it or that manager did it. It's kind of subconsciously when you see things as experience, I'll react in a certain way, and then maybe afterwards I think, actually, I've done that because I've seen Jose do it, I've seen Louis do it, I've seen Sir Alex do it, or whoever. It's not something you're drawing in the moment and kind of go through your experience, quick flip through to see how do I deal with it. It's just more, it's in there, instinct. But then that's the beauty about experience, good and bad. I think you can benefit from both. Sometimes you have to go through a little bit of a tough one to come out the other way, you know.
Yeah, you played on the Van Gaal, you played on the Alex Ferguson, but you were in the backroom staff of Jose Mourinho. How was that?
It was fantastic. It was an unbelievable opportunity for me coming towards the end. Kind of caught me by surprise. I don't think you can ever expect an opportunity to be given to you like that, even though I'd been at the club a long time, coming towards the end of playing, rather, and seeing Jose close up, what he's seen in players, how quickly he spotted certain strengths and weaknesses, and made his mind up very quickly and very decisive, and tactically how he went about things, and terrific experience. And I know it was a short point, and unfortunately with Jose in the end, because things changed quite quickly, but nevertheless to see him work behind the scenes, if you like, you know, in the office, was very interesting, something that I learned a lot from.
Is there a manager that you speak to for advice? Is there one that you can call? Is on speed dial that you can call?
I wouldn't say
not for advice, but sometimes just for a chat.
Yeah,
you know.
I wouldn't say speed dial, but Sir Alex is definitely someone who I speak to now and again, and certain points. Not overly, maybe once or twice since I've been here. Certainly did before I got here, to kind of run a few things past him and see what his thoughts were, and a bit of advice here and there. And, he lives really close to me in my home in Manchester, so it's you know, bump into him and we've got that relationship, which for me is invaluable. You know, to have someone like that to be able to learn from, and not drive him mad all the time, but pick my moments and take things. And going back to the experience of knowing him so close for so long, playing with, and seeing how I was always conscious of how coaches and managers kind of behaved, what they said at certain times, half time, full time, or during the week. And, it's just naturally always kind of took my attention, so obviously learned a huge amount from him.
So, coming back to Borough, fifth in the league, still a lot of matches to play. But what is the aim for the season?
Honestly, maybe it's a really boring answer for you, but I don't think you can get carried away. I think I never did. Learned a lot from Sir Alex in terms of chasing success, how he done it, and it was, can't think about the end game too much, you know. It's wasting time, wasting energy, ifs and buts. What he can control what we can control, and that's whether it's 3 points at the weekend, hopefully it's 3 points at the weekend. Don't think about the end of the story while the story's going on, you know.
No.
We need to be really kind of focused. And that's not the answer you wanted. But
let me ask it to you in a different way then. What's the target?
What's the target? To be as good as we can be. You know, yeah, of course, listen, every team in this league wants to get promoted, you know. Every team that's not in the Premier League in England wants to get to the Premier League. That's obvious for us as a club. Certainly me as an individual and the players 100%. But you can't chase it too much, you know. You got to put things in place and build it to get there. And for me, it's a mindset. It's a case of focusing on what we can control and get there. And in the end, a story will be, however good we are week to week, will give us the answer at the end. Yeah. If we're up, fantastic. If we're not, right, why not? Can we improve? And we'll take that step as we get there.
As a Newcastle fan, you guys are playing, Borough is playing, Sunderland. How are you looking up to that one?
Yeah, first and foremost, it's a terrific game. I think for healthy rivalry. I love that about football. I love the rivalry. I love the competition within an area of the country. I think it's fantastic, the passion and that goes with that. Yeah, my first one being in this position. So you know, added we're close in the league. You know, we're speaking about the league not being at this moment in time so important. It's about winning games. Nevertheless, you know, it's for everyone in and around. It's a big game, and they're playing well. We're playing well. So hugely looking forward to it. I've had mixed experiences over the years going to Sunderland, and hopefully this will be one of the better ones.